honor and privilege to stand together with our good partners, the NAACP chapter of the Oranges in Maplewood, and we are here to stand in solidarity against anti-Semitism and racial bias everywhere of any kind. And it's quite fitting to do so today on the in light of the recent events, the threats against our synagogues and our Jewish schools, and the anti-Semitism that we're seeing in our culture, which is dividing us across the nation. And it's fitting to do so right here in our front plaza of our gorgeous municipal building. This is where we protest. This is where we stand up for justice. This is where we call out racial bias. This is where we celebrate and where we mourn together. So it's very, very fitting that we are joined here together like this. So I look forward to our continued partnership. I think we're going to be doing a lot more jazz in the future and talking about a lot more justice that is necessary in our world. But with that, without further ado, I'd love to introduce our dear friend, our partner, Mr. Darrell Jeffries.
Thank you, Mayor Daffis, to the leadership and citizens of the Township of Maplewood, and to the members of the news media in attendance. Kudos and our thanks to the Curtis Lundy Ensemble, featuring acclaimed drummer and Maplewood resident Victor Jones, and also in the cast is Jordan Williams on piano. We're honored today to launch our Jazz for Social Justice National Campaign on behalf of the gifted and talented members of the Oranges in Maplewood NAACP. We are on a mission today in association with our partner in this ambitious enterprise, racialbias.org, under the leadership of Mr. Leland Hardy, to send the clear message that racial and religious hatred will not be tolerated. The NAACP has been at the forefront of all landmark legislation in this nation and has stood for equality and social justice for all people. We live in one of the most extraordinary times in our nation's history. Extraordinary times call for people to do the extraordinary. We have an extraordinary opportunity today to foster transformative change and healing in our community. We are hopeful this event will serve to bring about greater understanding between the Jewish and Black communities to exemplify our highest ideals, and that we will share a mutual bond of solidarity to stem the rise of racial and religious hatred. Membership is the lifeblood of the NAACP. We are on a mission to recruit 500 new or renewing members. Please visit omnaacp.org to join us in our quest for advocacy and social justice. Thank you very much, and I'd like to welcome now to the podium Mr. Leland Hardy for remarks representing racialbias.org and his very ambitious enterprise. Mr. Leland Hardy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Jeffries and Mayor Daffis. It's an honor to be here and to join everyone. I was honored to receive a phone call about 10 days or so ago from President Jeffries, President of the Oranges and Maplewood NAACP, talking about the great need for transformative biggest stars of pop culture and sports, particularly in the name of Kanye West and Kyrie Irving, New Jersey Nets all-star basketball player. And we have a set of solutions to deliver in partnership with Mayor Gabbard here in Maplewood and President Jeffries of NAACP of the Oranges in Maplewood. Because here in Essex County, here in Maplewood, the FBI recently announced that there was a heightened level of threat because of the hate that has been disseminated. They had to be on higher alert because of the synagogues in the area may have come under attack. By the grace of God, that didn't happen. But we are here in an epicenter, a stone's throw from where Twin Towers fell. We are here in an epicenter of a locus of attention on this issue. We have relationships with some of the most prominent members of the Jewish community, presidents of the major Jewish organizations. I happen to be a Holocaust scholar, having visited most of the concentration camps in Europe, most recently Oranienburg, just north of Berlin. We have relationships with the highest ranking person at music companies who, of course, have the consciousness in their hands of young people who are so responsible for moving the needle when it comes to discourse in the public domain. So I'm honored to join forces with the NAACP of the Oranges in Maplewood, honored to join forces with Mayor Gappis, and honored to bring to this city and to the broader conversation major events. You heard great music from legendary individuals, one of whom, by the way, is part of what we're announcing here today. Jazz for Social Justice, and the lead bassist of that group happens to be the co-writer and arranger of one of the biggest songs in the history of hip-hop and the history of music, that being Jesus Walks, which Rolling Stone magazine said is one of the top 500 greatest songs ever written and recorded, which was a nominee for Song of the Year at the Grammy, which was a nominee for Video of the Year at the MTV Music Awards. That's the language that the young people understand. So with us bridging that divide with Jazz for Social Justice, the leader of whom has written the song I just described, with a mayor who's welcoming us to his town, with all the resources that are sitting home here, for us to have a mega event involving superstars and celebrities of sports and entertainment. We want to meet with the CEO of Nike, CEO of Adidas. We were arranging to meet with senior leadership at the NBA. Young man who's one of my proteges now, the senior vice president of basketball operations at the NBA, Mr. Malik Rose, two-time world champion from San Antonio Spurs. These are the people right down the road, longtime former Sports Illustrated Man of the Year, Rory Sparrow, who I spoke with just yesterday, is going to be a part of us bringing together these voices to help make sure that we make for a brighter future and a closer relationship with our Jewish brethren and them with our African American brothers and sisters and other minorities and people of color. Thank you so much for the welcome here, and thank you for the wide audience of worldwide attention to understand that we're bringing this thing together.